Who's watching?
Hey.
Hello.
News.
Yes.
Or not news.
Yes,
as
we
the
sort
case may
of we
be.
sort of thought this was worth talking about because it sort of took the internet by storm.
It was a proper roller coaster
This
of
sort of
10
week when we're
minutes.
filming
We've never
this.
seen something go so out of control in 10 minutes. So we've got a screenshot of it, so we'll pop it in here of the tweet that started the whole thing. Something I'd just like to point out to people out there is the bottom of it says, take it with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
And what did the internet do? Threw the salt out the window.
Yep, didn't do it at all, did it?
No. So, yeah. It came out that apparently Chris Chibnell had left halfway through the filming of the series.
Yep.
Couple of thoughts on that. Lots of people were like, yeah, he's gone, this, that, and the other. He shouldn't have walked out halfway through a series, though, with no one to take over, which, as it turns out, he didn't.
He didn't, no.
Also, they're already filming, which I'm pretty sure means his job's over.
Yeah, because I would have thought
The
he
whole
would have
series
just done
would have
like the pre-production, that sort of thing.
The
And
whole
then
series has already been written.
Yeah,
So
left
if he-
up to everybody else by that point.
If he quits now, it's not going to affect the next series. The next
No.
series is done. It's been written. It's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, take that into perspective.
Yeah. And then they said, oh, Jodie Whittaker's left with him and
Yeah.
things like that. I don't
Which
think
she
this...
hasn't.
No, and I don't think this will be her last series.
I hope not.
I think she'll do
before.
another one.
Mm.
I think that the next series might be her last one, possibly.
Rule of three.
Yeah, if she sticks with that. But no, I mean, Chris Chibnell leaving. I saw it in the morning. I mean, what day was this? Was this Wednesday?
This was
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, and I saw it in the morning, and I thought, with no context either. I sort of, first thing when I first woke up, always sort of check Twitter and whatever. I was a bit like, he's left. What's going on here? What's going on? And then the more I looked into it, I was like, nah, it's just a load of crap that someone's made up, isn't it?
Since the end of the first series, the rumour
They've all
mill has
been
been
saying,
churning,
yeah.
saying, and I think a lot of it's just, it just starts with people, not necessarily this tweet we've got here, because as they said at the end, pinch of salt,
Yeah.
I don't know where they'd heard it, but people just from the beginning were being like, oh no, he's going. I think it's just because they want him
They want
to.
him to go because they didn't like the last one.
Yeah. And just if you don't like it doesn't mean you
Yeah.
should say it's going to happen.
Yeah,
Because
and I mean, I wasn't a big fan of the last series, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to see him go
on
sort of
ceremoniously.
Yeah. I'd want his era to come to a proper end, like all the other ones have done.
Give him a
So
chance
yeah,
to fix his.
and I mean,
mistakes.
some of the things that have been rumoured for this year so far. You've got the Cybermen, you've got Mary Shelley, the Sea Devils.
I am quietly,
yes.
reservedly optimistic.
Yes,
I'll
I'm
say,
not going to
because-
get my hopes up too much.
No, but
some of the things that have been rumoured,
it's
I've
got
been like,
potential to be
okay,
really good. And
yeah.
the things that are official, Jadooms are coming back.
Yeah.
We are getting a Cyberman story. I think that's been.
oh, is that be official now?
I think
okay,
so.
Yeah,
I think there was leaked.
Yeah.
It was not announced by the BBC, but it was officially leaked. If that makes sense.
Okay,
It's come
yeah,
from
yeah.
a reputable
Yeah.
source.
And I think that's the Mondasian Cybermen, isn't it, with Mary Shelley? I think it's supposed to be like the story that gave her the inspiration to do
I
Frankenstein.
don't know
or
if
something.
that's the link between them, but I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
Yeah,
is the only thing
that's sort of what I've heard, which would be quite cool.
The
That'd be
connecting of
quite
the
a
two
cool
is
idea.
speculative, but I
Yeah.
can't see them doing the two things too separately
Yeah.
because it matches so
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So, I mean, some of the things that have been rumoured, if they are true,
Yeah, series.
I love those Mondasian Cybermen, so...
But the other turnaround of that is that we did have Arachnids in the UK, which was such a good premise that went nowhere.
Yeah.
But we can't
Yeah.
judge it before it comes out. We can.
Yeah.
But when you hear when someone says "take it with a pinch of salt," Whovians, take it with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Don't.
Don't just suddenly expect it to be. And I think a lot of it, and I said before we started filming, a lot of it was sort of like toxic fans, wasn't it? You sort
Yeah.
of you get the one side Doctor Who community. Don't get me wrong, it's fantastic and it's amazing.
But as they said,
But
before it
you
got
get
cancelled,
the really, really nice
Yeah.
people, and then you get the really, really nasty people. There's not really anywhere in between that people will be like, like I am with season 11. It was good, but it wasn't great. So I'm somewhere in the middle But then you get people who go, oh, it was absolute garbage, it was the worst thing I'd ever seen.
Or the best
and then
thing
you get
ever.
people who are like, no, shut up, it was the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, was it though? But it's not, it wasn't garbage, but it wasn't the best thing since sliced bread. So the Doctor Who community, you either get the really nice people or you get the really horrible people. You don't tend to get very many people in between.
Admittedly, I mostly, in person, met the nicer
Yeah, I've
people, but I
only
have
really
met
met
some
the
of the
nicer people.
not so
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
ones. But
So
there's
it was sort of that toxic side of
Yeah.
fandom, I think, that sort of kicked it all off on Twitter and the internet and whatnot.
Before Doctor Who got cancelled in the 80s, there was an expression, and I think other shows have used it since for themselves and things, but it was, no one hates Doctor Who more than Doctor Who fans. And
Yes, it's true, isn't it?
We're getting back to that point.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, the irony is that the epitome of that sentence in the 80s was Chris Chibnell going on live TV and ripping it out of the guy that was running the TV programme at the time.
That's Pip and Jane, was it Pip and Jane Baker or was it John Nathan Turner?
That was John Nathan Turner.
Yeah.
He goes to the guy that was running the show.
Funny. And then he does exactly the same,
Pretty much.
sort of, doesn't he? He sort of does exactly the same.
He didn't do
but-
everything that John Nathan Turner did
No.
wrong, but he's done a lot of them himself.
Yeah.
And it's the things that he picks him out
Yeah.
for in the internet. If you haven't seen it, Google it. It's
It
on
is
YouTube.
quite a funny...
It's
quite a
brilliant,
funny
but
thing,
also
isn't
it is the epitome of that sentence that no one hates Doctor Who more than Doctor Who fans.
Yeah.
But-
Because you're never going to please everybody, are you?
No,
it's
you aren't.
one of those things. You'll never please everyone.
And I just want, when John said it was toxic fans spreading, it wasn't just the toxic fans, but they're the ones that started it. And then
yeah.
I think everyone else just
started it.
when you're genuinely interested in these things, you will you will send it forward as well. So just be a bit cautious on what you're spreading about the internet.
But no, he's not leaving.
Yeah.
That we know of yet.
The other thing, like his stories or dislike his stories, at the end of the day, he is a fan of Doctor Who, so I can't see him unceremoniously walking off set halfway through a series, no matter what's going on.
I wouldn't want him to either. I'd want him to bring his era to a close properly.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't stick around much longer than 2 or 3 series.
I was just about to say, I reckon he might do another 1 or 2 and then go.
And that's not just me hating on his series or anything like that. It's just if you look at his previous work, he does tend to do about 2 or 3 and then close it.
Didn't last very long, did it? I think that did 3. Yeah.
3 and then it's a pretty good rule. Solid rule 3. You know?
Yeah. And I think sort of Jodie Whittaker will do 3 proper seasons and then do a couple of specials.
Yeah.
You know, sort of the New Year's Day one with the Daleks, and there'll probably be another one this year. Not this year, the next one.
As said before, take it with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
I'm not confirming. I'm not
as
speaking
happy
from
I
the
would
BBC.
be to people take my
apparently,
word
we
as
are
gospel.
getting a Christmas. We might be getting a Christmas special.
Yeah.
Might, maybes, ifs.
Yeah.
We might be getting a Christmas special this year.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was the wrong side of the fandom that kicked this whole thing off.
Well, because it immediately spreaded to Whittaker was leaving.
Yeah.
She was only coming back to do a regeneration.
The other one I saw was that Bradley Walsh had left as well. He wasn't happy he'd left.
Hadn't seen that bit.
That was another one.
I saw people saying that we're never going to have another female doctor now because the way that's all fitting.
Yeah. It was all people that were kicking off because they didn't like this last series. I think that's probably what it was.
It's a big part of it. And we've very publicly we've got a whole video talking about our feelings on the last series. I think we could both pretty much agree it was the worst series of the revival.
I think so. Yep. But there were some good ones
there were some
in there.
good
But
bits.
you know,
Revolution, I think, is a sign that they've been listening.
I was going to say,
Mostly.
actually, with some of the rumours and what's officially been confirmed, what's not officially been confirmed, but has been confirmed, I think they've actually listened to people when they've said...
One of the biggest criticisms was when they went, oh, all original monsters, and everyone went, what? Eh?
Yeah.
And what have we got? We've got 2...
They weren't really very... you know, the Slovene and things like that, when Russell T Davies, brought original monsters into it.
Weeping Angels.
The Weeping Angels, the Slitheen, the Reapers, they were interesting. Whereas Krasko, no. Tim Short, no. The Pating, the Spiders, things like that, they weren't interesting.
The Spiders were an interesting concept, it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but they weren't interesting monsters.
We've got Juju and Sidemen coming back, so we are listening, so that's why I'm quietly hopeful, but
At the end of the day, it wasn't true, so it's fine.
All of this palaver
Yeah.
and none of it resulted in anything.
Yeah, so we thought we'd just sort of come on and share our views on it. But no, it definitely took me by surprise when I first saw it early in the morning, and I was like,
Well, when I first...
wait, what?
I didn't see it until our editor sent me the
group.
We've got a group chat, and he sent it to that, and I was like, what? And I told my girlfriend, and she was like, oh, it's a good thing, isn't it? I said, well, not if he's left halfway through the thing. Yeah. I said, in the grand scheme, I don't know, and yeah, it was...
No, there was no proof. I mean, even then, you know, the BBC having to step in and be like, no, it's not true, it's not happened.
Chill out.
Which I don't think I've ever seen before. I don't think the BBC's, not to that extent.
I don't... Doctor Who fans have...
You know, they've done statements before, but not to that extent.
Yeah,
they've had to sort of jump on that quick.
On, you know, rumours before, but never quite this big, because, like you said, the
and
BBC
I think sort of the rumours, the last sort of set of rumours, the BBC were probably like, okay, we'll let them have this, because, it's them sort of being like, oh my god, the Cybermen are back, sort of whatever. And then I think this one, they were like, no, we're going to have to get on this one, we're going to sort of have to jump on this one.
I think the other issue is that a lot of the rumours have turned out to be true recently.
Yes.
So they were like, the Cybermen are coming back, and the BBC was like, how they found that?
Yeah.
The Daleks coming back for the New Year's special. Who's telling you this? And then this came out, and they were like, no, this hasn't happened.
Yeah.
This is not what's going on.
No, so it's the age-old lesson, isn't it? Anything you read on the internet, probably not true these days.
Fact check.
Yeah.
The age of the internet isn't it a wonderful time to live?
But no, so we thought we'd just share our thoughts on it. I'm happy that he hasn't walked out.
Yeah. So far, I wouldn't be the most upset to see him go.
I wouldn't be upset.
I don't think he's going to go halfway through a series.
No,
I don't think he'd do that.
I think he'd stick it out.
He's going to,
yeah. And I think Jodie will have another series.
Yeah,
myself.
I hope so.
And then I think she'll probably go.
For official facts, watch this space.
Yes.
It'll be like 3 days late.
Oh, I don't know, But yeah, so that's our thoughts on the whole Chibnell rumour mill, But I know how much you love it when people roll their R's, so... So yeah, that was our thoughts on it.
Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, and if you had any thoughts on it, don't be afraid to comment in the comments below.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yep, because we have a Facebook page.
Our Twitters. We'll start putting our Twitters down below as well, I think.
Yeah, because I write for loads of other Doctor Who things, so, yeah.
And I share drag queens and humour on my blog, mostly.
That's alright. So yeah, be sure to do that.
Thank you.
See you later.